class, my name is Misty Blair, and this is my persuasive speech for the Fundamentals of Speech online through Labette Community College. Today, I would like to talk to you about how cell phones have a negative effect on our lives and what steps we can take to rebuild strong personal relationships. How many times have you gone to a restaurant only to look across the room and see a family sitting all on their phone, not engaged in any conversation? Have you ever been to a family gathering where each member of your family is sitting next to each other, all of them on their cell phones or a laptop or some other technology device? Again, not engaged in any face-to-face conversation. Have you ever been invited to dinner with a friend and the whole time they sit across the table from you on their cell phone and you wonder if they even know you're there? Or have you ever noticed that throughout the day your children are making Facebook or Twitter or any other social media posts while they should be at school? As you can see, cell phones, while they may be useful, are creating a problem in society. I hope to help you understand the negative effect they have on our lives and share just a few simple steps we can take to correct this problem. According to an article, how cell phone use can disconnect your relationship on psychologytoday.com, researchers have concluded that technoference can be damaging not just to a relationship, but to your psychological health as well. During a study conducted, including 143 married or cohabitating women, the majority of women reported that phones, computers, or other technology devices were significantly disruptive in their relationships. What is it about cell phones that make us feel this way? While your loved ones are turning to their phones instead of their families and their friends or their loved ones, those around them are beginning to feel rejected, and this can lead to depression. But don't worry, this article also offers great tips for resolving technoference conflict. You should begin with assessing the extent of the problem. Doing this allows you to discuss with your partner, friends, family, and loved ones your feelings and why it bothers you. Together, you can come up with ways to resolve this matter. Secondly, you should acknowledge that usage is valid. There are some situations that cannot be avoided, and you should plan screen time accordingly. Third, agree on fair expectations. Find a balance, and then stick to that. Create technology-free zones, the dinner table, the bedroom, or set an hour or two aside each evening where nobody can be on their phone. And finally, define expectations to resolve future hurdles. Not only can cell phones be detrimental to your romantic relationships, it may be hurting your personal relationships as well. According to two experiments conducted by Andrew Posowski and Netta Weinstein in an article, Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, they found that simply having a cell phone nearby without even checking it can be detrimental to our interpersonal relationships. In the experiment, they gathered pairs of strangers and asked them to enter a room. In each room, there were two chairs set up facing each other and a table nearby with two items. In the first room, there was a book and a cell phone. Each pair of strangers was asked to discuss something personal that had happened to them within the last month. In the second room, the same situation was set up. However, instead of a cell phone, it was a book and another item. At the end, again, they were asked to set and fill out a questionnaire about how they felt. I'm sure you've guessed it, but the pair that chatted in the presence of the cell phone reported lower relationship quality and less closeness. In the second experiment, they again gathered pairs of strangers where they were given different topics to discuss, some meaningful and some casual. In both cases, the same topics laying on nearby tables. In those discussing casual topics, it was not noted a difference in either setting. However, with those discussing a meaningful topic, it was once again noticed that if a cell phone was nearby, the quality of conversation was worse. They also reported feeling less trust and felt their partner showed less empathy if a cell phone was nearby. Finally, in an article, Schools that ban mobile phones see better academic results. How many times have you as a parent sent your child to school and worried if they are spending too much time on their cell phone or if they are getting what they need from the classroom? I know as a mother that throughout the day I receive text messages and Snapchats from not only my children but other children in our school that have been somewhat disturbing to me. Again, in another survey that was conducted in this article, the effect of banning mobile phones from school premises adds up to the equivalent of an extra week's schooling over a pupil's academic year, according to research by Speech-Labette, Blair, and Richard Murphy. This was published in the Center for Economic Performance at the London School of Economics. It was found that after the schools banned mobile phones, the test scores of students aged 16 improved by 6.4%. The economists reckon that this equivalent of adding 5 days to the school year. It was found that the ban improved test scores among students, with the lowest achieving students gaining twice as much as an average student. Not only did students' achievement improve, but also low achieving and low income students gained most. We found that banning phones for these students was equivalent to an additional hour a week in school, or to increasing the school year by 5 days. As you can see, cell phones are clearly causing a problem, not only in our relationships, but in the classroom as well. And I feel that there are some very small things that you can do to help correct this. As I said before, set limits on when a phone can be used. Take time to have family time. In my house, I don't allow phones at the dinner table, whether we be in public or at home. And yes, this causes multiple arguments, and I have to fight with my children on a daily basis sometimes. But I feel like that's a time for me to sit down and be able to try and have a conversation with my kids. In the teenage years, that's not always easy, but that's when I try my hardest. However, you can also set time limits for when the phone can be used after a certain time at night. Cell phones must be turned off, and electronic devices must be turned off, and you should find time to make sure that you're spending time with your loved ones and building those relationships. It's also noted that in schools, we, with Google and Yahoo and any other thing, any search site that you can so easily turn directly towards your phones, that our brains are not processing like they used to, because we don't have to take the time to go and look things up or study it, because it's all right there at our fingertips. So even maybe during homework for our children, if we take away their phones or help them to actually read and study, then we can see a difference in academics as well. I hope that with just these few steps that you will be able to make a change in your personal life and begin to build your personal relationships back up. Thank you.